Fury, which is a movie. It says only in theaters July 15, so it means it's new, 2022. Yes, very cool. So the movie is about a civilization of cats, funny little cats. Cats. There's a civilization of cats, and there's a kingdom with it's kind of like themed around kind of Japan. So so there's this kingdom kind of. There's this cool little kingdom, pretty interesting, like kingdom. But near the kingdom, there's a little village called Kakamucho. It's a village, and the village has a samurai. The samurai who protects the town, the village. Boy, he sees this town. He's like, I don't want this town near my little kingdom. No, he wants to get rid of it because number one, it looks kind of ugly. Like, there's just like this kingdom, and then just beside it, there's like a little village. Doesn't really look that great. And the second reason, I'm pretty sure, is because he wants to expand his land, maybe do a bit of taking. He's preparing for the shogun to come to his little funny kingdom and to do stuff. So he wants to destroy this kingdom. He wants to the kingdom. The Ikachi wants to take down this village. He doesn't want it. Okay, so he sends some troops there. Not troops, thugs, or bandits. He sends some there, and they do the village people are like, they see the bandits approaching. They're like, we have a samurai. It's all good. And then the samurai puts on his armor, his little sword and stuff. See, he sees the bandits coming, and then he runs away because he just doesn't want to be there. Like, it's samurai. Being a samurai is a tough job. It's a tough job for everyone. It's a tough job. If you were a samurai, it's kind of hard. So he just said, just go away, run away, go to I don't know where you would go in the mountains, hide. You would find another town and then live there, not as a samurai or as like a builder or something. I don't know what his plans were, but the place, I don't know. I think that's the right word. They just trash the place and do some things so that they could leave. Like, if you don't have a village, where you might as well leave. So then, he thinks he's preparing for the shogun to come. He's sitting there, and then the village still exists. He's very mad. So then the shogun asks him, they need the people of the village need a new samurai. So they ask the shogun to tell him to appoint a new samurai, which is Hank, this funny man, the man with the nose that covers a third of his face. Yes, him, the dog. Remember, this is a place for cats. So everyone's cats. So he's the only dog in this kind of area, yeah. And they were planning to execute him because he's a dog, like the other people, like the cool cats. And they wanted to execute the doggo, but then the doggo was like, no, I want to be a samurai. And then the Ikachu guy, he thinks in his mind, okay. So if he appoints this dog to be the samurai of this village, and he has to appoint someone. And who, what are you gonna do with this dog? The dog's not gonna, dog's pretty pretty bad. Like, he can bite. I mean, for some reason in this universe, I actually never see him bite anyone. Why? And through this whole entire movie, the dog never bites anyone or anything. Why is that? I just realized that. But okay. The dog is appointed as the new sample because the Ikachu guy, he thinks that the dog is not gonna do a good job. So then he sends so when the dog goes into his new samurai area. So he goes into this into a little building, and he sees a cat. Oh, what is a cat doing in this building? In this building made specifically for samurais, for the one samurai that protects the whole entire village. Well, this cat his name's Hank. Hank says that he's a samurai. When they start training, Hank and the dog, the Hank trains the dog so that they become. So Hank trains the dog, so the dog becomes a good samurai, and so that the dog can protect the village, because, yeah. So he sends some more. So Ikachu sends more thugs and bandits into the little village to destroy the place, and then of course, Hank, he doesn't really know much about stuff, and it's too dangerous for him. And he just sits there, and he's like, let's just talk with the thugs and the band. And they're like, he asks them, like, can you do, like, what's the problem? What are you guys doing? And then the thugs just don't care. The bandits, they don't care. Everyone just, they just set aside their differences. And they get the dog back into the building. They don't want to see the dog, okay? Also, the whole town, for like the first couple of days that he was there, they despised him. He's a doggo. Like, cats don't like dogs, dogs don't like cats. They don't really, like, go well together. Like, even in real life, they sometimes don't go well together. I mean, if they both like know each other, and yeah, but usually cats and dogs kind of, like, if there's a person with a dog and a person with a cat, when the dog and the cat meet each other, it's not a fun time. So it's kind of like with this, thing. And then, the town still very much exists. So then, Ikachu sends the big boy named Sumo. It's the big orange dude. You see the big orange dude? Really big. He's really big. And you know what the Jimbo, he told him that you gotta defeat the smarts. You gotta defeat the strong with the smarts. So if there's a big boy, very big boy, and defeat him with the big brain. Another thing about this movie is the fourth wall is broken multiple times. Fourth wall does not in this universe. The fourth wall does not exist. Yeah, the fourth wall does not exist in this universe. So there's three walls, and on the fourth, which is you, and then it broken sometimes because they're kind of like, they're self-aware. They break the fourth wall a few times, It's just. Was it unnecessary? I feel like yes. It was kind of unnecessary. This movie is also based on another movie, which is older, and that movie also breaks the fourth wall a couple of sometimes. It breaks the fourth wall a few times, and that's probably where they got that from, because the movie is based on that movie, and the Paramount Pictures are kind of like, they see, like, it's a good idea to break the fourth wall like they did in this movie, so let's just break the fourth wall in this movie. Yes, very good. Also, this guy right here is Ikachu, this funny little boy, funny looking boy. That's Ikachu. Okay? Now this is Hank, of course. This is Jimbo. He looking pretty cool. The Sumo, which is the orange guy I told you. And I don't know why they added these two. I understand this one. I don't know why they added this person. Why did they have to put it in the poster? He literally has nothing to do with the movie. She only appeared in the movie maybe for I don't know, in total maybe 2 minutes. Actually, maybe not that much. I don't know, but she didn't really appear that much in the movie. I don't know why they put it in the poster. And the small one, which I didn't really talk about, because it's mainly because she became kind of she kind of became the samurai at the end of the movie. So the end of the movie is interesting because they kind of fool the Ikachu, and they beat him with smarts, of course. The Ikachu army is big and strong, but the people of the village are big and smart. So that's how they defeat. So if you ever need to defeat someone that's stronger than you, just do it with the smarts. Go he's like, oh, I'm strong. Boom, boom. And then you just go, look, there's an airplane, and then I don't know what else. Yeah. Also, another quote that he says in this movie that kind of gets mentioned sometimes is that you need to. It doesn't matter what you do. It matters if you do something. Like if you're in a life or death situation. If you're in a life or death situation, it's if you're in a situation where you can die, we can go boom boom, or a situation where you can die at any moment, and you can there's no time to think on what you can do at that moment. Just better what to do something. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye.